Hello and welcome back. We are now in the Cathedral of the Deep.
This is a nice looking area, and that's not a nice looking thing there.
No,
Ooh.
it's full of poisonous toxic sludge.
Look like there's something else in there too.
We'll see him in a little bit. He's not very friendly, not very happy.
Is anything?
No. These statues, by the way, if you stand under them, I'm trying to avoid that, they will just spit poison on you. Just like vomit it all over your head.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the Cathedral of the Deep sucks.
Oh, a Catholic priest.
He's going to cast fire on us. Like that.
Now, you were saying something about how this mod added items and weapons from other Souls-type titles, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty... The Kirk Hammer is from Bloodborne, I believe.
It might be. I've never played Bloodborne, but it sounds true.
I played some of Bloodborne and spent most of my time getting my ass kicked.
That sounds like a Souls game. I would play the shit out of Bloodborne if it were actually on PC in a way that didn't involve having to stream it from a PS4.
You are so picky. Oh my god, you could play it on the PC. That's close enough. Aww.
It's like saying, you can play the original Demon's Souls, all you need is RCPCS, the PlayStation 3 emulator.
Right. All you need is the ability to speak English.
I was trying to think of it as like RCPCSX3 or something.
Right, you just need PCP, play Demon Souls. I gotcha.
I don't know what it is with emulator makers having the emulators just have the most out there names possible.
I don't know, there's that one DS one I learned about a few weeks ago that's just called Melon. Like Melon DS, like, why?
You know what? I like that.
It's just, oh, look at that big old motherfucker.
Yeah, that giant's not happy. And if you
Jesus Christ.
want to run past him, you have to dodge his swings. And he really hurts when he hits you.
Well, I think he's hit you, like, twice, and not even directly, just kinda...
Yeah, just kind of scratched me. Knocked my buddy into the wall over there, and he seems keen to stay over there.
You know what this thing kind of reminds me of? Did you play Resident Evil 6?
No.
Oh, well, there's a gigantic enemy about that same size in one of the levels.
Did he go down that easily?
No, it's a pain in the ass, if I remember right.
By the way, my armor friend survived the giant and then died to that crossbowman that was shooting at him.
Oh, that's like surviving the Vietnam War only to trip down the stairs when you come home.
This elevator is a shortcut back to the bonfire.
You went like 8 feet. Like you were barely in the cathedral.
We had to go a long way to get into the cathedral, to be fair.
Okay, that's true.
Is that coming through my microphone?
What?
Someone's going down the road and the bass on their car is so high I can feel it.
I suppose it's better than any of the noises that could be coming from the bathroom below the room you're in.
We won't talk about that. I can still hear that bass. Guy's got to be like a quarter of a mile away by now.
It's all about that bass, no treble.
Just going thunk 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 like a heart.
Well, now there's two options here now. Either A, it is just his bass, or B, things have gone really sideways in your town.
I mean, I could be in an Edgar Allan Poe story.
Do you have somebody beneath your floorboards? Or somebody's
Not
heart?
that you're aware of.
You say as you put on a boar mask and a skeleton outfit?
I want to look spooky for not Halloween.
Oh!
April's like 6 months from Halloween, right?
7, but who does math anymore? Ooh, put on the skirt and be pretty.
We're close enough for it to count we're spooky.
I was watching a horror movie earlier today while I was folding my laundry.
What were you watching?
It's Unfriended. It's on Netflix. It's actually surprisingly not good. I mean, not bad.
Which do you mean?
It is a movie that I expected to be crap, and that's why I threw it on, because, I wasn't going to pay attention to it just for noise. And it irritates me that it's actually fairly decent and worth watching.
You don't like that you watched a good movie?
I have a special love for shitty horror films.
There.
Which comes from a lot of my dad introducing me to Mystery Science Theater 3000 when I was a kid.
Very fair.
So there's a special place in my heart for the poor horror movie, and I like, I don't say them out loud because I'm not that pathetic yet, but I think of riffs in my head, and be like, yeah, if people heard that, they would laugh and give me money and like me. And none of that comes true. Your silence is not encouraging, thank you.
There's like 3 different things I was thinking of saying, and none of them came out.
No, actually, my parents were watching TV the other night, and I go by, and there's this program called Svengoolie, where he's got access to, like, all the old movies from, I think it's the Universal Horror Vault, and they're watching a Roger Corman film called The Undead, right?
Okay.
And, they watch this, like, every Saturday night, because, I mean, it's something to do, and it's movies, like, they could have saw in the theater or was on TV when they were kids. And my dad was like, yeah, this might be the worst movie I've seen there. I'm like, is this the one at the beginning? They're doing some kind of therapy, and they travel back in time, and he just looks at me like, how do you know that? I'm like, I saw this movie.
Mystery Science Theater?
Hell yes, The Undead. Season 8, Episode 17. Okay, I don't know if it's that episode, but...
You sounded confident enough, I'd believe it.
Now I'm curious. Firefox, come here.
I wouldn't comment on what's happening in the video, but I'm just trying to set Solaire on fire with a torch.
What did he ever do to you?
Got leeches.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
That guy's gonna drop off the edge and surprise me later. Those slug enemies, by the way, or slimes or whatever, can put toxic on you, so you don't want to have them drop on top of you.
So what does toxic do?
Super poison.
Hmm.
You can't even cure it with a poison cure. You have to get special blooming poison moss clumps.
This season 8, episode 6, by the way.
I mean, I would have believed either. Not sure where that guy was trying to go.
I think he was trying to get on the elevator, like, I'm going to the bonfire, I need a s'more.
And I'm going up here just because of completion's sake.
Anything good
There's
up
like
here?
2 enemies.
Alright, so there's that big chandelier there. And there's that big dude hanging out down below it, right? Is there any way to drop it on him?
Unfortunately not.
I hate this game.
You can actually walk across the rafters where that chandelier is holstered, I would say.
But you can't drop it on him. This game is dumb. Dubs.
No, but you can make people drop off of the rafters.
Okay, I suppose that's a consolation. Alright. We need to learn how to mod so we can make a mod where you can just, all you can do is just drop the chandelier on the big guy.
I think you can mod in a chandelier. Bastard.
Careful. Careful. It's a mimic.
How can you tell?
Because you taught me about the chain.
Not on video, I didn't. We lost that recording.
Yeah, we could have kept going. I would have just had 6 minutes where I didn't know what was going on.
And while I search for the item we just picked up, which by the way is in the keys section, I don't know where I was going with that. I thought you would step in and save me.
No, I was actually just kind of looking at the stuff in your inventory this time.
This is the second time we've done this video because YouTube uploaded it wrong the first time and it cut off like 7 minutes early.
Hey, we had 2/3 of the video. I could have kept going. It would just been like the audio description, like you get on like certain movies and stuff. You just have describing what's going on.
You could have just blind reacted to it.
Like,
ooh, wow, what's that?
I shot this enemy. I shot that enemy. I shot this enemy. Whoa!
Anyway, the tortured soul belongs to the guy we met in the undead settlement. And we can trade that to him for more firearms. Shitty firearms, not the good kind like this.
What are you telling me? We won't need new firearms for a while.
This shotgun we just picked up, the Arbalist, is going to be, once I pimp it out, our weapon for pretty much the rest of the game. It will never leave my weapon slot after this.
Alright, the only way that could be cooler was if it was a lever-action shotgun and you get sunglasses. Because then you just walk up to enemies and be like, Solaire, give me your clothes, boots, and motorcycle. And
The weapon right now is only a little bit weaker than the AK, and it hasn't been upgraded yet. But it's one of those weapons that upgrades with, like, twinkling titanite.
Jesus, look at that horrifying thing.
Got like 6 arms. There's like only 2 or 3 of those in the entire game.
Are they like particularly deadly or dangerous, or is it just...
Oh yeah, they really fucking hurt if they hit you.
Okay.
And that, by the way, lets you sequence break to a later area, but I don't want to do that. Not yet.
Any particular reason why, or is it just wouldn't be super beneficial right now?
Quest flags.
Ah, okay.
If I go to specific areas without advancing the plot the right way first, the quests will just never trigger again.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a thing like in a Super Metroid, you know, when you can blow that one connecting tube and get to Meridia that much earlier, but not much point in doing it if you don't have the gravity suit.
Nothing quite like that. It was added by the Cinders mod, and it only takes you like 2 areas ahead. But if I wasn't trying to get the best ending in Sigurd's quest, I absolutely would take it. Just to get the bonfire there. But we're going to have to deal with Sigurd... Sorry?
Oh, I just feel kind of bad for that guy, because he was like getting ready and you just shot him in the ass. Oh, this is all new.
No, but Sigurd's quest is actually going to continue here in the Cathedral. That's why I'm being so weird about quest flags. Because his quest can fuck up in any number of ways, and if you go to the wrong area ahead of time, he just dies at the end of the quest, without you being able to do anything to help him.
Oh, and if you don't know that ahead of time, could you just show up and then he's just dead?
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
By the way, this shield actually boosts our poison and toxic resistance.
Any way to gain immunity to either of those things?
Not that I'm aware of. You can stack enough resistance that it becomes functionally hard to get poisoned, but you can see the bar in the bottom climbing, and that's the poison meter.
Okay, got some new clothes.
It takes a long time, but it's possible.
I don't know why I'm so scared. Like, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't just die in the poison, but it's like, he's close.
Even if I did get poisoned, it really wouldn't matter, because poison just kind of takes off a little HP.
Unlike Toxics, which does, you said what, an eighth of your health or some shit?
Something like an eighth of... It deals a large fraction of your HP, and it just keeps dealing it over and over.
Can it kill you?
Oh yeah. That's why people really dislike Blighttown in Dark Souls 1.
You know, I've heard people complain about Blighttown, and I never knew why. I figured it just sucked.
Blighttown mixes You have to do some platforming anyway.
Oh,
And yeah, Dark Souls is not known for platforming, being a very good platforming game. And the hitboxes on the train are shitty as it is, so you can just be walking and be shoved off through no fault of your own and fall to your death. And on top of all that, there are snipers standing in areas you can't reach that will poison, that will toxic you with like 3 darts.
every now and again I find myself wondering why these games took off.
People like games that don't hold your hand. I mean, Dark Souls 1 came out, what, 2011, 2010?
Still, there's a difference between a game not holding your hand and that same game just punching you in the crotch.
It makes no excuses for what it is. It's balls hard, and if you can put up with that, it will be rewarding to play. And that's kind of why it took off. And the guy that I just had, I put him on. There he is. I've been looking for an invader this entire time, and he finally showed up. Normally he shows up much earlier.
A Longfinger Kirk.
I could shoot him to death before he gets close, but I want to give my new friend some...
An opportunity to miss and...
His armor is covered in spikes. If he rolls near you, you get hurt.
Oh. Can your companion dude be poisoned?
I don't know. By the way, just standing near the poison apparently poisons us.
Well, at first when I saw that bar pop up, I thought maybe it was his, and it's like, oh, now you gotta pay attention if he's gonna get poisoned and suddenly die on you.
I think it's just because there's poison under the stairs there, and it counts as being close enough.
Ew, he threw the poo on you.
He's just flinging poison water at us.
Apparently he got enough on you, I guess.
You can't hardly deal any damage when he's like curled up like that, so you have to bait him into standing up and then shoot him in the head or stab him in the foot. It's not difficult to dodge, but you have to lead your shot a little, or you have to lead it a little. Great job, buddy. Great job.
This current companion you got seems to kind of suck.
To be fair, he's swinging at something that's well below his knees, and he's trying to attack them with horizontal swings.
So he's just an idiot, okay.
He would be much better served attacking stuff, my height. Not highly resistant slimes. Oh, and by the way... Oh, never mind. I thought there was a second giant. There's supposed to be. Or a third giant.
It's alright, he's hanging from the ceiling. Woo!
That is a legitimate concern in some parts of this cathedral.
What?
Not giants, but there are, like, grub monsters that hang from the ceiling. I shit you not.
This place is awful.
Yeah, it is. By the way, see this door right here?
And that dude falling behind you. Oh, God.
He had every chance in the world to attack me earlier, and he didn't.
He probably saw what happened.
Where do you think this door goes?
Back to the bonfire?
Exactly. It's another shortcut. That's not the last shortcut in this level.
And there's no way to be able to open those doors from this side, is there?
No. They open inward, and they're really heavy. That actually isn't a shortcut. That is a way to the rafters. This is the shortcut. And this is also the end of the video.
Oh, well, that's a good point to cut off.
See y'all later.
Bye.